The dirty clothes are piled up. The science project is due tomorrow, and your teenager is staring at their phone like it holds the secrets to the universe. You ask them, for the 10th time, to please get started. You get a grunt in response. Sound familiar? Does a wave of frustration and fear wash over you? Fear that they'll never learn responsibility? That you're failing as a parent? What if I told you that 3 simple words you probably use every day are secretly teaching them to be lazy? Many parents think they are being clear and direct when they say this, but they are making one critical mistake that completely shuts down a teenager's motivation. In this video, I will reveal those 3 toxic words and give you the exact phrases to use instead to spark action and responsibility in your teen, starting today. Before we reveal the phrase, it's important to understand what's happening inside your teen's brain. Their prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning, impulse controls, and long-term thinking, is still under major construction. So when they choose a video game over their homework, it's not always pure defiance. It's their brain prioritizing immediate gratification. When we, as parents, respond with forceful commands, we accidentally trigger a psychological phenomenon called reactance. This is a fancy term for that stubborn desire to do the opposite of what someone is telling you to do, simply to prove you have freedom. It's a desperate plea for autonomy. So please, let go of any guilt. You are not raising a lazy person. You are raising a normal teenager who is hardwired to push for independence. Your job isn't to force them, but to guide them. And that starts by changing our own language. So, what are the 3 words that guarantee a lazy teenager? The phrase is, just do it. I know it seems harmless. It sounds direct, efficient, even motivating, like a famous brand slogan. But to a teenager, it sounds like a dismissal. It says, your feelings don't matter. Your potential struggles are irrelevant. The overwhelm you might be feeling is your problem, not mine. It immediately creates a power struggle. You are on one side, issuing a command. They are on the other, and their only way to feel any sense of control is to resist that command. They resist by procrastinating, by doing a poor job, or by arguing. This phrase doesn't teach responsibility. It teaches compliance out of fear or annoyance, and that is the weakest form of motivation. It's a short-term fix that creates a long-term problem of dependency on external nagging. Let's dive deeper into the psychology. The phrase, just do it, completely invalidates your teen's experience. Maybe the task of cleaning their room feels enormous, and they don't know where to start. Maybe they are genuinely exhausted from a long day at school. Maybe they're anxious about the science project and are avoiding it because they're afraid to fail. Just do it ignores all of these valid possibilities. It offers no support, no connection, and no problem-solving. Over time, this teaches a dangerous lesson called learned helplessness. The teen learns that their feelings and obstacles are ignored, so they stop trying to solve problems independently. They simply wait for the next command or the next nagging session. They learn that action is something that is forced upon them, not something that comes from within. True motivation is never born from a command. It's born from understanding and autonomy. So what's our first powerful replacement? Instead of a command, we are going to offer a choice and a consequence. This is the when-then statement. It puts the ball entirely in their court. It's not a threat, it's a statement of reality. It communicates clear boundaries and expectations while respecting their autonomy. Let's say they need to take out the trash, but want to go out with friends. The old way is, just do it before you go. The new way is, when the trash is taken out, then you can leave with your friends. Notice the shift. It's calm, it's firm, and it's non-negotiable. Here's another example. For homework, instead of, just do your math homework now, try, when your math homework is finished, then you can have your screen time. You're not nagging. You are simply stating the order of events. This empowers them to make their own choice about how and when they meet their responsibilities. Our next strategy is to turn a confrontation into a collaboration. A teenager's world can feel isolating, and big tasks feel overwhelming. The phrase, "just do it," reinforces that feeling of, this is your giant problem, and you're all alone with it. A simple shift in language can change everything. The replacement phrase is, "let's tackle this." This doesn't mean you have to do the work for them, not at all. It means you are offering to be their partner in the planning stage. For example, if their room is a complete disaster zone, instead of saying, "just clean your room," sit down with them for just 2 minutes and say, "Wow, this room looks like a huge project. It feels overwhelming. Let's tackle this together. What do you think the first step should be? Maybe just picking up all the clothes?" You are a consultant, not a drill sergeant. You are lending them your calm, organized adult brain to help them break down a big task into small, manageable steps. This leads directly to our third replacement, which is all about building their internal or intrinsic motivation. External motivation is apparent nagging. Internal motivation is the teen wanting to do something for themselves. "Just do it" kills internal motivation. The phrase that builds it is, "What's your plan?" This simple question is incredibly powerful. It transfers 100% of the ownership to your teenager. It tells them, "I trust you. I believe you are capable of thinking this through. I am here as a resource, not a manager." Let's say they have a huge history paper due in 1 week. The old way, "You need to start that paper. Just do it tonight." The new way, "That history paper deadline is a week away. What's your plan for getting it done? Do you want to brainstorm some ideas with me?" It opens a dialogue. It encourages them to use their own executive functioning skills, to plan, to organize, and to take pride in their own process and their eventual success. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't the task itself, but the negative emotions attached to it. Procrastination is often not about laziness, but about avoiding an unpleasant feeling. "Just do it" tells your teen their feelings are an inconvenience. A far more effective approach is to acknowledge the struggle first. The replacement phrase is, "this seems tough." By simply validating their emotion, you instantly diffuse their defensiveness. You move from being their adversary to being their ally. For example, "I know you hate studying for chemistry. It seems really tough. I get it." Let that sink in for a moment. You are not solving the problem for them. You're just connecting with them on a human level. After you validate, you can then gently pivot to problem solving. You might add, "What's one thing you could do for just 15 minutes to feel like you've made some progress?" Validation first, solutions second. This is a game changer. Teenagers live in the moment. It's often hard for them to see how a boring task today connects to a future reward. "Just do it" provides zero context or meaning. Our next replacement phrase helps them bridge that gap. The phrase is, "let's think ahead." This invites them to use their developing prefrontal cortex to visualize future outcomes. It connects chores to their own goals and values. Let's say they are complaining about their part-time job. Instead of, "just go to work, you need the money," try this. "I know the job is boring sometimes, but let's think ahead. That money is your ticket to getting the new laptop you wanted. Every shift you work gets you 1 step closer. You can use this for school too. I know this algebra assignment is a pain, but let's think ahead. A good grade in this class is a key step towards getting into the college program you're excited about." Overwhelm is the #1 enemy of motivation. A messy room or a multi-step project can feel like trying to climb Mount Everest. "Just do it" makes the mountain look even bigger. We need to shrink the task down to something ridiculously small and achievable. This is the one thing rule. The replacement phrase is, "start with 1." This approach is magical for breaking through procrastination. Instead of, "just clean your room," try, "your room is a lot right now. Don't worry about all of it. Just start with 1 thing. Can you just gather all the trash and put it in this bag?" That's it for now. The goal is to create momentum. Once they've done that one small thing, they get a tiny hit of dopamine, a feeling of accomplishment, which makes starting the second thing just a little bit easier. It's about progress, not perfection. Now, what happens if they still refuse? This is where many parents panic and revert back to commands. But there is a calm, respectful, and highly effective alternative, allowing natural consequences to be the teacher. The replacement phrase is, "That's your choice." This is not said with sarcasm or anger. It is a neutral statement of fact. Let's say they refuse to do their laundry and they need their soccer uniform for a game tomorrow. You've already offered the when-then statement. Now they are pushing back. You say calmly, "The washing machine is available for you to use. If you choose not to wash your uniform, you won't have it for the game. That's your choice." Then you must walk away. This is the hardest part. You cannot swoop in and save them. Letting them experience the consequence of being embarrassed or sitting out a game is a far more powerful teacher than your words could ever be. Finally, let's put it all together. The journey from "just do it" to these new phrases is a journey from control to connection. It's about seeing your teen not as a project to be managed, but as a young adult in training who needs a guide, not a dictator. It requires patience. You will slip up and say the old phrases. That's okay. The key is to catch yourself and try again. For example, if you say, "Just do the dishes," and you hear the frustration in your own voice, you can pause, take a breath, and say, "You know what? I'm sorry. Let me try that again. I know you're tired. When the dishes are done, then we can watch that movie together." This act of repairing the conversation is incredibly powerful. It models self-awareness and respect, which is exactly what we want to teach our kids. You're not just getting them to do chores, you're building a relationship that will last a lifetime. So the big takeaway is this: ditch the commands that create conflict and embrace the questions and statements that build connection and capability. Replacing "just do it" with phrases like, "What's your plan?" or "Let's tackle this" will fundamentally change the dynamic in your home. You'll move from being the manager of their life to being their most trusted advisor. This is not about being a perfect parent. Nobody is. This is about making small, intentional shifts in your language that yield huge results in your relationship and in your teen's future. You are a good parent for seeking out this information. You can do this. You've got this. Now, I have a question for you. What is the one phrase you find yourself repeating to your teen over and over again? Share it in the comments below. Let's read through them and support each other. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on raising capable, confident kids.